This is Into the Storm, where winning starts within. The mental performance podcast for athletes, coaches, competitors, and leaders. No hype, no noise, just the mindset that keeps you grounded when it matters most. Let's step into the beam. It's been a while. The last episode of this podcast was back in February. This is episode 19. Now, I could spend the next few minutes apologizing for the gap, but honestly, that wouldn't help you. Because this episode isn't about why I wasn't sitting behind this microphone. It's about something I think every high performer eventually experiences. A season where the work continues, but very few people can see it. While I was away from the podcast, life kept moving. I continued coaching athletes. I continued building Coach Ron NPM. I spent time thinking deeply about where this business and, more importantly, where this mission needs to go. And today, I begin another chapter as I start my master's in sports and performance psychology. Not because another degree magically makes someone a better coach. Lord knows I don't need another task to do. But because I believe something with every part of who I am. If I'm asking athletes to keep learning, if I'm asking coaches to keep growing, and if I'm asking leaders to keep challenging themselves, then I need to be willing to do the same. Growth doesn't stop because you've written a book. It doesn't stop because you've coached for years. It doesn't stop because people start calling you an expert. If anything, that's when growth matters the most. But here's what I realized over these last few months. Most of the important work you'll ever do will never be applauded. Nobody posts on social media about the early mornings when no one is watching. Nobody celebrates the quiet decision to become more disciplined. Nobody hands out trophies for choosing consistency over comfort. The world celebrates visual success, visible visual success. Things like championships, promotions, commitments, awards. But performance is built in places that rarely receive attention. Think about it like an iceberg. Everyone notices the part above the water. Very few people think about the much larger foundation that's actually below it. Performance works the same way. Confidence is built before it's displayed. Composure is trained before it's tested. Leadership is developed before it's needed. The scoreboard will simply reveal what was already built. As a coach, I've watched athletes become frustrated because they couldn't see immediate results. They'll be saying things like, I've been working so hard. I don't understand why I'm not seeing it yet. And my response is usually some version of this. Don't dig up the seed every day to see if it's growing. Your job is just to water it. Growth often happens underground before it ever breaks through the surface. The same thing is true for you. Maybe you've been putting in the work. Maybe you've been showing up. Maybe you've been trying to become more disciplined, more focused, more resilient. And because nobody has noticed yet, you're wondering if it's really worth it. Well, I'm here to tell you it is. Because the habits you're building today are becoming the identity you'll rely on tomorrow. One of the ideas you'll hear me talk about as I continue my graduate studies is something supported throughout performance psychology. Lasting confidence is built through repeated mastery experiences. Not motivational speeches, not positive thinking, not someone telling you to believe in yourself. Confidence grows every time you keep a promise to yourself. Every workout you finish, every difficult conversation you have, every moment you choose discipline over comfort. Those moments become evidence, and evidence becomes belief. So today, I want you to stop measuring progress only by what other people can see. Measure it by the promises you've kept. Measure it by how you respond after mistakes. Measure it by whether you're becoming the kind of person who can handle the opportunities you've been asking for. Because someday, the results will catch up. The performance will show up. The breakthrough will come. And people will call it an overnight success. But you'll know better. You'll know it was built in the quiet. So here's your direction. If you're in a quiet season, don't quit. Don't compare. Don't assume nothing is happening. Keep showing up. Keep learning. Keep training. Keep building your lighthouse. Because even when no one can see the beam, you're becoming someone who can shine when the storm arrives. If today's episode gave you direction, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need to hear it. And if you'd like practical mental performance coaching delivered to your inbox every week, join the free Lighthouse letter at CoachRonMPM.com. So until next time, keep your beam steady, and remember, winning starts within. This is Coach Ron. No matter how rough the waters get, the beam is still on, and now you know how to find it. I'll meet you back here next time, into the storm, where winning starts within.
If you like the show, be sure to leave us a rating, review, and comment.